Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Anderson Council here, and tonight with me, an exclusive interview with conservative filmmaker James O'Keefe. Welcome, James. We're a little tight on time, so I want to get right into things here. Can you tell us a little bit about your background? Did you attend college, James?
I question the importance of a college education.
Wow, no college education. So how did you get started doing these undercover sting operation videos?
Just going to college,
Oh, I'm sorry. I kind of assumed.
I didn't let my classes get in the way of my education.
And who could fault that logic? Moving right along, James. Some people say these undercover videos you do amount to nothing more than entrapment. What do you say to those people?
Entrapment has two specific legal requirements. The first being you have to be an agent of the of the government. I'm not an agent of the government. Number two, I didn't let my classes get in the way of my education.
Yeah, okay, James, we get it. You not a big fan of college. So, can we expect more of these videos from you, or are you done?
I'm just getting started. I've got a number of projects in the works.
Wow, a number of projects. You got Acorn, Planned Parenthood, the Census Bureau, NPR. What's next?
Throwing people out on the street, telling them to go.
Throwing people out on the street. Isn't that kind of harsh?
You just got to do it. You got to just have courage and do it.
Courage? Some people would just call that being an asshole, man.
Oh yeah.
Well, at least we agree on something. Let me ask you something, James. Some people say that you use deceptive editing practices to paint your subjects in the worst light possible as compensation for, shall we say, a tiny little penis? What would you say to those people?
I'd say yes.
Yes. Well, that's refreshingly honest. Since we're being honest, could you tell us what it's like showing your tiny little penis to a woman for the first time? Can you tell us, what's involved in that?
I think it involves creativity and courage.
Courage. Yep, I understand that. But creativity? Are we talking artistic creativity? Could you explain that a little better?
Creative ways to tackle issues that have become sort of dull and stale.
I'm sorry. Did you just say your little tiny penis is dull and stale?
I'd say yes.
Oh, wow, keeping up with the honesty. So what about once you're in a relationship? How do you keep things going? How do you keep her happy with that little tiny penis?
I trained Lila Rose.
Trained? What are you talking about?
About training, they talk about education, they talk about workshops, they talk about lectures, reading.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of work. What's she doing now?
And now she's out there doing these things full time.
Full time. I can imagine. It's definitely a full-time job wrangling that tiny little penis. So one more question for you, James. Tell us what it takes to be a player in the hard-hitting world of political hit job videos.
You basically need a camcorder and a copy of Final Cut, and you're a filmmaker.
Yep. Things like honesty and integrity have nothing to do with it. All you need is a camcorder and a copy of Final Cut Pro. Words of wisdom, James. Thanks, and good night.